Have you been wanting to know about the dangers of essential oils? That's coming up right after this. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Mel from Mel's Divination. I'm the owner, the operator, the creator, and I try to post on YouTube once a week. Sometimes I miss one, but I try to post on Wednesdays, every Wednesday, with witchcraft or spirituality, tarot information, things of that nature. Sometimes I get a little controversial, and today will be a little controversial, just warning you now. If you are new here, thank you, and please subscribe if you like this video. Also share, comment, and the like if you are interested. Also, I'm asking, and I'm meaning to ask everybody, if you have ideas or topics that you're wanting me to do videos on, please comment down below. I read all of your comments and I try to reply to all of them. So if you are looking for something specific that I have not covered, I do have a list of stuff coming up, but if there's something more generalized that it does need to reach the whole audience, it can't be just for you, but generalized information, I will gladly try to do a video on that for you guys. Okay, so today we're talking about the dangers of essential oils, right? And I just wanted to do a quick brief introduction about this, about where I got this idea from. I have to give some props to Netflix. I was watching a documentary, and I literally only got one episode in, it's called UnWell. I'm not sponsored, I'm not affiliated, it's just, I like to watch documentaries about things that may be spiritual in nature. And the very first episode was all about essential oils, and I thought, what a great idea to do a video on that. So it inspired me. I do have to give props to that, and I do recommend watching it. It's a good thing to watch. It's not really witchcraft related at all, but it does talk about the ways it's used in health, the way that it's not, the way in things like that. And it also talks about selling essential oils. I do not sell essential oils, I never have, nor do I plan on ever selling essential oils. So here we go. So this is a bit of a tricky topic. So my first experience with essential oils was back in about 2014, 2015, when it was starting to become a big thing in the world, and when it became popular and not fringe related. And prior to that, most of my witchcraft didn't have anything to do with oils. And I worked with somebody who, when I was a teacher at this time, I worked with somebody, we'll call her Donna. She was somebody who was a salesperson for Young Living. Now, she worked in my classroom, and she was very, very sweet. She worked with the students, but as her side job, she did something for the essential oils company called Young Living. And Young Living is one of the top essential oil companies. They are extremely expensive, and I honestly have never invested in them because I can't afford them. So I use another company myself, and I'll mention that later. But Young Living is supposed to be like the best company there is out there, and I really didn't know much about essential oils. And at the time, this woman, Donna, which is a fake name, but Donna, was obsessed with this stuff. Everything needed to be essential oil based. Everything in my classroom, like we used bleach because we had severe autistic children. We used all kinds of disinfectants. We used air spray, like air freshener, because the kids would have dirty diapers, and some of them, and it would stink, it would smell. And she would freak out, even as far as me putting like Bath and Body Works scented lotion on my skin. She would throw a tantrum about how toxic it was, how much it stinks, how bad it is for the world, how bad it is for me, how bad it is for everybody in the room. And it would be like this big dramatic tantrum. Now, I loved this woman, I did, but that kind of stuff drove me crazy because I'm sorry, I don't have any other alternatives and I need to clean the classroom and I'm putting on lotion on my own body. So it was kind of a big deal. For those of you that are not familiar with classrooms that have severe children in it, a lot of people recommend not wearing scented stuff because it can cause allergies and breathing problems. So that was a thing that was in the classroom, that was a problem, and everything is toxic. Everything is toxic. Candles are toxic, any kind of scented candles are toxic, any kind of scented wax is toxic, the bleach is toxic, everything's gonna give you cancer. Everything, like to the nines, okay? I'm not doing it full justice, but I can't tell the story forever. So it bugged me. And she got everybody in my classroom, because I had a lot of assistants and other adults in my room that worked there, on this bandwagon. So everybody was spending hundreds of dollars buying oils because they need to use oils to clean, they need to use oils for lotion, they need to use oils to diffuse, they need to use oils for even medical purposes to roll onto the skin, on and on and on. She was an oil person. And I was the only one that was like, no, I don't have the money for that. I'm not investing in that. That's a ridiculous amount of money. I'm not doing it. And I'm the kind of person who's very, very stubborn. So if you are forcing something on me, not like sharing it in an educational way, but like dominating the conversation and pushing it on me, which is what she was doing, I will push back intentionally and just be like, no, I'm not doing that. No, just because I'm that stubborn Scorpio, Capricorn rising that no, you can't tell me how to live my life. I'm going to go this way. You go that way, I'll go this way. And that's kind of where I started with essential oils. So after she left and the following year comes along and I started doing research with my friends who are online that did use oils, I got recommendations from them and I ended up choosing a company called Eden's Garden, which also has high quality essential oils for a fraction of the price. So I didn't get crazy into oils the way this person did. I started with diffusing in the classroom for the kids with lavender to calm things down. And eventually I started adding sage because I had somebody else that worked in my room that was very low vibration. So I wanted the energy to be lifted up. I also used it in my home for when I got sick and things like that. Now, here's where it gets interesting. I had started to use it a bit and I was following the guidance online and following this company, and I do love Eden's Garden. I recommend them. Maybe I'll be able to become an affiliate someday, but I'm not right now. And doTERRA I have no experience with, so I know that's also a top one as well, but Eden's Garden has just as high quality stuff. So the thing is, oils are toxic, guys. A lot of people say oils are important, you should use oils because it's a great all-natural approach and it's safe. Let's be clear about that. Stuff that's all natural is not 100% guaranteed safe, and it truly depends. Just like herbs are not 100% safe, just like teas, just like crystals, it truly depends how it's used, okay? And the property of each individual oil. Whether it's Young Living, doTERRA, it doesn't matter the brand. What matters is what's in what the actual oil is. Like, is it frankincense? Is it sage? Is it pine? Is it myrrh? Is it eucalyptus? So you guys get my point. I found out very quickly that oils are in fact toxic and they're bad for pets. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but in some of my videos I talk about it. I have a cat. And my cat now is 12, but back then she was younger. And she has a very, very sensitive digestive system. It's just always how it's been with her. She's healthy, she's great, but she has to have a very specific unscented litter. She has to have a very specific food for her digestion. It's just because of issues that happened when she was a kitten. So she's sensitive, and I didn't think, oh, I'm diffusing these oils in my house, I should be careful. I wasn't even instructed that it could be poisonous to pets. And it didn't occur to me, and she starts getting sick. She starts vomiting a lot, she starts having diarrhea, she starts getting rashes on her body, And this was over a space of time. This wasn't like immediate, but it was over time. And I was talking to a girlfriend of mine about it, and my girlfriend was like, well, do you use essential oils? And I was like, yeah, I diffuse them. And she's like, you should probably look that up, because I know certain ones, because my girlfriend has a dog. She was like, certain ones are toxic for dogs. I'm sure there's ones that are toxic for cats, and she might be getting some kind of reaction to that. And sure enough, Eden's Garden, Young Living, doTERRA, none of them share that information. But when you do the research online, you find out, bam, this, and this are toxic for cats. This, and this are toxic for dogs. I believe lemongrass is one for a cat. Pine, I know for sure, is bad for cats. I suggest you guys do your own research, because I'm not here to share all of that information. But I immediately stopped diffusing, and she stopped getting sick. So, big surprise. I will still diffuse lavender, eucalyptus, peppermint. Mint is one that's toxic for them. And a blend that I really like from Eden's Garden called Five Fighting during the winter seasons in my bedroom with my door shut while I'm sleeping. So it's not getting to her. Not really, anyway. I mean, I had a diffuser in every room before. I had one in my living room, in my kitchen, in my bedroom, in my office. I had one in every room, and I constantly had them going. So that's why it affected her so much. And when you do the research, especially for cats, that it gets absorbed into their skin anyway. So if you can smell it in the air, it's getting absorbed in your skin, in kids' skins, in pet skin, all of it. Anybody that's in this place, in this building, in this space, if you can smell it, it's getting absorbed into your skin. Those particles are in the air, and it's concentrated. It's very strong, which is part of the problem. And that's the difference between a regular air freshener and essential oil diffuser. It's barely diluted. It's not really diluted at all. You put a bunch of drops of pure essential oil in water, and it diffuses into the air as a mist. So that is what the big issue was there. And plus with cats, they lick their fur. And it's in their fur, and she's consuming it. So yeah, that was a big no-no. I found out the hard way. Thank God she didn't get completely sick, but I know people whose pets have died from it. So definitely be careful if you're choosing to use cleaners with essential oils in them, like the all-natural brands and things like that. Just be careful. Be careful, because you don't want your pet to get sick, or your kids. I don't have children, so I don't have a lot of experience with it around children. We didn't have any problems in the classroom, thankfully, but that just happened to be a good thing. Other parts that are toxic are, it's bad for topical or internal, and it's also dependent on the portions. Us as people, regular everyday humans, me, you, anybody, if you don't have a degree in like chemistry, if you don't have a degree in herbalism, if you don't know how to break down the portions and really like limit them, if you're going to make like a lotion for yourself or a roller, or some of the brands say it's okay to even eat them. Not all of them say that, but some of them say you can ingest them. So it's very, very dangerous, because it can be bad for your skin. It can be bad for your organs. It can be bad for you. And if you put it on your skin, you could have a reaction. And that could either be maybe you're allergic to it personally, or maybe you didn't properly dilute it and you put it on your skin, and now you have an issue there. So it's very toxic. Just because it's all natural and it's from a plant doesn't mean it's safe. So I'm not saying don't do it, because I still use oils in certain ways, but not the way I did, because when I started to do more research, I realized, wow, this is actually dangerous and I need to be more careful. So also, next one that I want to talk about, companies that sell the oils cannot be fully trusted. So what do I mean by that? And I'm not going to talk long about this, but all I'm going to say is they're there to make money. They're there to make money. That is their number one outcome, is to make money. All of them, any essential oil brand, especially the ones that are like super big, super profitable, super marketing. they're there to make money. That's their bottom line. And okay, yeah, everybody that has a business is trying to make money, but certain companies will caution you more over how you use it over others. Like one company encourages people to eat, to ingest their oils, and that is very dangerous. So don't trust everything you're hearing from these companies. They're just trying to sell the essential oil lifestyle, and it is something that can be detrimental to your health, to your body, or to anybody else's health and body that you use. That's all I'm going to say on that. Do your research. Talk to medical doctors. Don't just do this. Talk to medical doctors. Talk to dermatologists if you're putting it on your skin. Get some kind of education around this. All right, so use of oils in witchcraft. Now, this is where I really use my oils now. I very rarely will diffuse them in my home. I very rarely use them for anything besides witchcraft. And they are great for spells. They're awesome because they're that plant essence really magnified in the essential oils. So you're not having to worry about having all these herbs that are going to go bad. You're not having to worry about trying to find the herbs. It's concentrated. So for instance, rose essential oils works great for love, anything around love, self-love, healing from love, doing regular, any kind of romantic love, anything like that. Rose is great, right? So a little bottle, and I have one somewhere, but I didn't think to bring it, is like, that's like this big, 5 milliliters of rose essential oil is very expensive. Even with Eden's Garden, it's like $60 because it's pure roses. It's distilled and it's brought down to that little like essential spot. So witchcraft with essential oils is thumbs up, is great. But again, you need to be paying attention to how you're using it and being cautious. You can diffuse. You can diffuse if you want while you're doing a spell, if you want to set, like instead of incense. But again, think of children, think of pets, think of yourself and any kind of allergies you may have there. Also, the way that I use the oils, I mostly use them in baths. I use them with candles and I use them with sprays. And I was trying to think if I use them for anything else, and I can't think of anything right now. So if something comes to mind that there's another way that I use them that I'm not mentioning on here, I will add it in the comments after. When I was prepping my notes, I couldn't think of anything else. I mean, oils, I use oils too. So this is a little oil bottle that I made for myself. I don't know if you can see that there's stuff in it. Yeah, you can see. It's really tiny. And you can see that there's different coloration in there. And it's that color because I have rose oil in there. That's one of the things I have in there. But it's something that I made that you anoint your clothes with. You put it on your, and oils stain. Oils are oils. But you can anoint your clothes with it while doing readings, and it helps bring in finances. So that was a really cool spell that I put together of oils that I actually found in a book that I will be recommending to you guys in the near future. So oils, baths, candles, sprays, okay? Again, you need to be very careful about the portions when you're doing it. What kind of oils are you adding to your bath water or to your bath salts or to your lotions? What kind of oils are you adding to candles, dressing with candles? Are you using a carrier oil? Usually that's best. What are the dilution rates? Are you diluting it? Are you putting it on your hands? Some can go on your skin, some cannot go on your skin. It very much depends. Same with sprays. I like to spray with sage or lavender or lemongrass. I love lemongrass. I use lemongrass in a lot of stuff, but I'm careful about it around the cat. I'm careful about how much I put in, and I pay very much attention. So you need to be making sure, and it really depends. I can't give you a one-size-fits-all answer for, oh, you use this many drops of lemongrass to this size. I'm not going there because I'm not going to open up that door of setting somebody up to fail do your research. Do your research. I like to cleanse things with lemongrass and water, or lemongrass and alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and that really makes a big difference vibrationally wise. But I'm not spraying it on myself. I'm not getting it on my hands. I'm not getting it on my skin. So yeah, and that's a thing that you guys can think of. So anyway, it's really important for you to think about the vibration, the way it might affect your skin, the way it might affect your lungs or the other people's lungs around you. And is it safe to spray on, if it's a spray, if it's a cleansing spray, if you're actually cleaning with it, is it safe to put on certain surfaces? So I hope that helps. I think I've pretty much covered everything that I wanted to talk about here. So essential oils are good. There's nothing wrong with them. They are good to use in witchcraft. They're good to use in homeopathic approaches that are non-medicine, non-medicinal. So it's not wrong. It's not bad. It's okay. And in fact, it could actually be beneficial in many ways, especially to your spell work, or maybe with reducing anxiety, things like that. But be careful. Do your research. Make sure you're using good quality stuff. And I'm not talking about the $100 a bottle stuff. I'm talking about just 100% guaranteed essential oil. And pay attention to dilutions, pay attention to the toxicity parts, because when I was first introduced to that, they don't really share that. They don't. Young Living, my friend, she didn't talk about that at all. And she uses all that stuff, or at least did, on her children, her young children. So that's dangerous. It can be very dangerous for people. So just be careful, be mindful, and be smart about it. I hope this helps you guys. This was a bit of a long one, but I really wanted to get into it about the information here, and it is good stuff. Essential oils can really boost your spell work. So that is awesome. I think that's it. If you have any questions that I can answer, ask them down below. Maybe some stuff I might not be able to, because I am not an essential oil salesperson and I am not a major professional about essential oils. So I will answer what I can, and I'll let you know if I can't. And I feel like that's about it for now. If you liked this video, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share, comment. Any of those things would be great. And I will see you guys all in the next video. Thank you. Bye.